the scripts were going to correspond. There was a race. Finally, it came down to two cryptographers, an Englishman called Thomas Young, and the Frenchman who cracked it, Jean-Francois Champollion. And he actually deciphered the middle script. No one knew what it was, and the top, the hieroglyphs. And using his knowledge of the demotic, he actually was the first person to crack the hieroglyph code, which had been lost centuries earlier. So it really is one of the most important pieces here in the museum, and it's the original, as I said, the hieroglyphic code. Let's just move slightly down the gallery.
Egyptian things.
So we're just asking where these pieces all came from the body.
Well, you can ask. The Rosetta Stone was found by Napoleon's troops. Napoleon was defeated by the British. When the British won and signed the Treaty of Alexandria in 1801, then the stone became crown property. The French were idiots, actually, because they were moving the stone around. Oh God, are they French?
Some of them
Be careful.
Okay, I shall be very no, please. But the French, the scholars and the generals were constantly having battles, and the scholars were trying to hold on to everything, of course. The generals agreed to sign everything over. It became crown property, it came back to England. Final insult to the French, it came back on the British ship Egyptienne, and it was presented by the king to the British Museum. So that's how we got that. Now, this head, this amazing head of Ramses II, who was one of the greatest kings in Egypt, a man who reigned for 70 years, around 1250 BC. Now, our Consul General, the British Consul General in Cairo, was looking out after Napoleon for other objects to come back to England. And he hired a very extraordinary character called Belzoni, who was a circus man, a strong man, but also a great thinker and engineer, to bring back pieces. And this is one of the pieces that came back through the Consul General, a man called Henry Salt. So imagine how large the actual statue was. And this stood in his mortuary temple in Thebes. Has anyone been to Egypt? It's made of a two-colour piece of granite, red and black, which is quite unusual in itself. And the red signifies life, the black part of the granite supposedly signifies the afterlife, the god Osiris. On his head, he's wearing the single cobra, the uraeus, the cobra which spits out poison, supposedly, to keep your assassins away. Now, there's a hole on the side which you can see. Well, the French had the idea that they could... This is going to be very ethnic.
I guess it's a bad idea.
I'm standing here trying to relax myself, trying to revise my tour, thinking ahead. The French had the idea that they would drill a hole and they could then remove the head, they could dynamite it off. Well, they realised that they couldn't, in fact, because the whole head would shatter. So it was Belzoni who finally managed to remove this head, and it came back to England. And it's doubly interesting because This is the very first sculpture that was accepted by the British Museum as a work of art, because until then, 1820, they had always thought that classical art was the only art that counted. If it wasn't Greek or Roman and white and pure, then it couldn't be art. But the Consul General was an artist. He had a real eye for talent, and he persuaded them that this was truly a work of art. And so it was in the 1820s that more and more Egyptian sculptures came to the British Museum, and actually just came to this gallery. A lot of them have never moved, they're just too heavy.
I have an Egyptian museum in Turin. I am from
Oh, yes you do, and I've been to Turin. But we have many, many here, and they've been here, they're staying here. We're going to go upstairs now to look at some tomb paintings. This way.